Hello, and I'm at Slough on the Great Western Mainline. In this video you'll be seeing services by Great Western Railway, TfL Rail, and hopefully some freight to add to the mix. So, let's spot some trains. Now arriving is the 1330 Great Western Railway service from Windsor and Eton Central to Slough. One 165 111. Now arriving is the 1332 Great Western Railway service from Digcot Parkway to London Paddington, being worked by a lot of Class 387s. (387 147). And now arriving is the 1333 Great Western Railway service from London Paddington to Oxford, 800 019. (387 206). Now departing is the 1334 Great Western Railway service from Digcot Parkway to London Paddington. And also now departing is the 1335 Great Western Railway service from London Paddington to Oxford.
We are sorry to announce that the 1341 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington has been cancelled. This is due to a fault on this train. Passengers for London Paddington, your next fastest direct service is now expected to be the 1345 to London Paddington, departing from platform 5.
Here we have a Great Western Railway lot Class 387s from Newbury to London Paddington. 387 160 and 387 153. The next train to pass by is going to be a Great Western Railway IET from London Paddington to Cheltenham Spa. (800 011). Now arriving is the 1342 TfL Rail service from London Paddington to Reading, being worked by a Class 345.
Service to Reading. This is the service from London Paddington.
(3 45048). And the next train to pass by is going to be a Great Western Railway IET from London Paddington to Weston-super-Mare. (800 002). And now departing is the 1343 TfL rail service from London Paddington to Reading. And now arriving is the 1344 TfL rail service from Reading to London Paddington, being worked by a class 345.
The fast train now approaching platform 3.
345055. We're about to have a Great Western Railway IET pass by from Cheltenham's Bar to London Paddington. (802.001). Now departing is the 1346 TfL rail service from Reading to London Paddington. We're about to have a Freightliner class 66 pass by from Hansen Ags to Acton line reception sidings. 66563. Sidings to Acton Lane reception sidings, because I kind of messed it up. I think that's what I said. Here we have 66737 and 66738. And I basically heard the announcement that a fast train was approaching, and I presumed it was the Bristol Temple Meads to London Paddington service, which I was expecting. But no, apparently it's these two. Not sure where they're off to. The next train to pass by is going to be the Great Western Railway IET from Bristol Temple Meads to London Paddington. And that pair of class 66s were from Wellingborough up TC GBRF to Hinksey sidings. Now departing is the 1356 Great Western Railway service from Slough to Windsor and Easton Central. The next train to pass by is going to be a Great Western Railway IET from Swansea to London Paddington. Couldn't quite get the numbers, I will check real-time trains. The next train to pass by is going to be a Great Western Railway IET from London Paddington to Swansea. Get the numbers again, But the previous Great Western Railway IET was 800-027 and 800-032.
Back from the platform edge and
Here's another Great Western Railway IET. I'm not quite sure where that is from. That might actually be the Swansea to London Paddington service, which obviously means that the service I said was that is something else, so I'll have to check all that out. Now arriving is the 1402 Great Western Railway service from London Paddington to Great Malvern, and the previous Great Western Railway IET that passed by was the service from Swansea to London Paddington, which means that the service that I said, well, the service before that heading to Paddington, the numbers that I said were for that were actually for the service that just passed by. And the service that passed by before that was actually a late running service from Penzance to London Paddington, and it was 802-016 and 802-003. This is 802-008 Rick Rascola. Now departing is the 1405 Great Western Railway service from London Paddington to Great Malvern, and the Great Western Railway service from London Paddington to Swansea was 800-033 and 800-004. Now arriving is the 1407 Great Western Railway service from Great Malvern to London Paddington, being worked by an IET. Eight hundred 013. Now departing is the 1410 Great Western Railway service from Great Malvern to London Paddington. Now arriving is the 1411 Great Western Railway service from Windsor and Eton Central to Slough. One 165
the next train to arrive at platform 4 will be the 1414 TfL rail service to Reading. This is the service from London Paddington.
Now arriving is the 1413 TfL rail service from London Paddington to Reading. Three 45040.
For your own safety, you are reminded to stand behind the yellow line.
And now arriving is the 1413 TfL rail service from Reading to London Paddington, being worked by class 345. And I'm going to see if maybe I can get up there in time to get the number. Maybe. Can I make it? Don't really want to run. or it's going to be close. I will. And it is 345062. There is 800 320 from London Paddington to Bristol Temple Meads with some fantastic tones that came through. I only just started recording it as it came in, so I'm not sure whether the camera actually picked them up. Now departing is the 1414 TfL rail service from London Paddington to Reading. And now departing is the 1414 TfL rail service from Reading to London Paddington. Now departing is the 1416 Great Western Railway service from Slough to Windsor and Eton Central.
This is your transport for London.
The next train to pass by is going to be a Great Western Railway IET from Plymouth to London Paddington. Not sure what the number is, and we're about to have the Great Western Railway Loft Class 387 to pass by from London Paddington to Newbury. 387-153 and 387-160.
Zone 3, Platform 4, for the 1424 Great Western Railway service.
Now arriving is the 1421 Great Western Railway service from London Paddington to Digcot Parkway, being worked by a lot of Class 387s, and the Great Western Railway IET that just passed by was 802-102.
Maidenhead, Twyford, Reading, Tilehurst, Pangbourne, Goring and Streatley, Chelsea and Ditcot Parkway. This train has 8 coaches. Train stops in zones 1 to 8. Wheelchair facilities in zones
387-148. The next train to pass by is going to be a Great Western Railway IET from Bristol Temple Meads to London Paddington. Now departing is the 1424 Great Western Railway service from London Paddington to Digcot Parkway. Three at 7202. Now arriving is the 1430 Great Western Railway service from Windsor and Eton Central to Slough. One 165-111. As I've said for the 3rd time now in this video. Now arriving is the 1433 Great Western Railway service from Digcot Parkway to London Paddington. 387149. And 37162. Have a Great Western Railway IET off to somewhere. 802016 was on the rear. I wasn't expecting to see that. Now arriving is the 1434 Great Western Railway service from London Paddington to Oxford. And now a 387163 on the rear and something else from Newbury to London Paddington. And yeah, as I said, this is from London Paddington to Oxford and it's an IET. And yeah, for whatever reason, it's on the slow lines now. Bit odd. And now departing is the 1435 Great Western Railway service from Digcot Parkway to London Paddington. This is 800-025. Now departing is the 1436 Great Western Railway service from London Paddington to Oxford, and the Great Western Railway IET which passed by was from London Paddington to Penzance, running late, and it was 802003 and 802016. Like I said. Obviously I didn't know the 802003 bit, but the rest of it was right. And that is Captain Tom Moore. And now arriving is the 1437 Great Western Railway service from Oxford to London Paddington, being worked by an IET. And this will be the final train of the video. So if you did enjoy, please make sure to like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you wish and I'll try to respond to it. And join my Discord server if you want to talk to me and my fans. 800-020. I should probably walk down a bit because this is my train outfit. It looks like it's probably going to stop a bit far forward for me. So thanks for watching and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.